looking to get rid of stuff. What's going on, guys? We are live, kind of, I think. Let me make sure, hang on.
Wait, do you have any? Yes, I do. Where is it? I don't see it. I mean, we can send my World Warrior. Oh yeah. So that has yeah, that's it.
Getting some stuff set up, and then we're going to do a quick arcade tour.
Also, yeah, power stone. Yeah, it's just kind of. You have an MBS, right? I've got the idea. I'm gonna try to find a killing house and
We're getting some stuff set up, and then we will be
whatever 500 games in one or whatever.
I don't know where my chat went.
That's got all the KOF. Yeah, it's probably Hey, trying to grind out KOF. Let's kill it. Or hey, you can play it on there. You just have to use the like the dynamic. Oh yeah, because it's on the line, right? Basically, it's hold their attention to that back. I guess if I ever go to Taiwan, I'm gonna have to play like that.
Should be live.
Or to Brazil. All three Brazilians play like that.
There we go. All right.
And then when if the kill order.
So it's gonna be kind of a gangster stream. We're streaming from my iPad. But you can see here our socially distanced fighting game community club here.
I never played Power Stone still. I never played it either.
So I should have chat. I don't know why I can't see it.
Okay, for some reason, I always get like Power Stone and Project Judd.
Let's go ahead and swap this. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, which one is which?
Lawrence or Luke, do you mind checking the stream on your phone to see if you're getting audio and stuff? Sorry.
Check it for audio.
And goes in. He just goes.
Yeah, so I'm on my my iPad, guys. So I figure what we'll do is kind of walk through, making some deals on some
Power Stone. Wait.
making some deals on some arcade boards and junk here.
The real stuff.
Yeah.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, we're in hot 720p at 30 frames per second. We are shredding, boys. There's Lawrence over here, as you can see at Flippin great. It's a slam pack busy here on a Saturday night due to COVID.
6 dudes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going through some stuff here. I don't know, Luke, if you don't mind just throwing me a chat message real quick, just so I can see if it pops up on here. It should pop up. Okay, it does. So if I tap that,
It's kind of cutting out. I don't know if that's my internet not being good in here. Or...
so did you type something?
Well, you hear? Yeah, it's just my internet not being very good.
No, I'm sorry. Did you type like a message?
Yeah, I just sent one.
Frick. Okay, I can't see it. All right. Well, we're gonna go through here. Hopefully, if people chat, I can see it. But did you just type hello?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. I can see it. Woo! I can see chat, guys. I can see it. Yes.
You guys still have tricks?
Yeah. We have some over here in the cabinet.
You have like a medium?
I think so. I don't know. We can look. Small, large, and 2XL. It looks like. But I don't know. I can look for you though. When I'm done streaming, I'll look for you.
The 2XL.
So we got some little mini arcades here, and then we have some big ones over here. So this is our arcade. Some of the arcade dudes. Why are you guys not playing games? What are you guys doing?
I don't know. We're just saying. I thought they were going to be on.
Yeah, go play games.
We're playing CVS. Yeah, I can't mess it with my wrist. I can't play too long on it.
Which one? Oh, CVS 2? Yeah.
Still, I need to go play Ultra 4 with Luke.
All right, so I figured what we would do is kind of just go through the games for any of you dudes that are interested. Quick little overview. These are our pins. We're going to go through all the games, kind of see what's going on here, but quick little overview of it. I'm going to post real quick. Just going to make sure that we're good on my end. Hang on 1 sec, guys. We'll swap the camera. I'm going to hand this over real quick to my cameraman here. There's a little fold on the back. You gotta make sure you keep it down, otherwise it covers the camera.
All right, sweet.
So I just want to check real quick on the Run the stream, make sure we're good.
Monitor your health. This is inside your elbow cough sneeze. Wear a costly glove when around others. Keep 6 feet between yourself and others. Clean and disinfect frequently for surfaces daily. The best way forward is together. Lifeboat. What it takes to protect. Find more healthy habits at lifeboat.com.
Hi, Lucy from Texas here. With more about text it was inevitable that our dishwasher stuff.
Alright. Alright, so we got some viewers. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna pull chat up on my phone. Alright, we're getting ready to get started, guys. I'm pulling up my chat on my phone, so if you guys chat, I should be able to see it. I can see chat now. Alright, so if you guys have questions or need or want to see anything specific as we go through, I can see chat and everything. Alright, so this is Flippin' Great Pinball. As you can see here, it's due to COVID, we're trying to keep everybody socially distanced. Everybody's wearing masks, all that fun stuff. I figure what we do is we kind of just go through some of the games and see what we have here. Up first, this little guy here, this is our Deadpool pin. Lawrence, thank you for being cameraman, appreciate it. This is 2018, I believe, 2018, Deadpool Pro. Really fun game. Took a while to kind of get used to some of the shots and everything on it, but it's really nice pin. This is our second brand new pin that we opened for the arcade. A lot of fun though. You want to come check out the playfield on real quick? There we go. It's a lot of fun. It's actually a really challenging game. Some of the shots are pretty difficult to make, but it's a lot of fun. Pretty fun game. Again, that's a Pro, Deadpool Pro. Next to that, we do have an Iron Maiden. Again, I think this is 2018? Yeah, 2018. Again, it's a Pro. Really fun game. This game is probably one of Stern's best in the last decade, I'd say. It's a really fun game. Even though none of us are really huge Iron Maiden fans, the game itself is fantastic. It's such an awesome game. We've had to rebuild a couple things on it, just the flippers and basic things like that, but it's a lot of fun. Really cool game. A lot of fun. They're bringing chat back up. Freaked out. Here we go. Next to Iron Maiden is my personal first brand new pinball machine. It's something I never thought that I would be lucky enough to get. It's a brand new out-of-box pinball machine. Most of the pinballs I have came out of people's farms and gross attics and basements and are full of rats. This is the very first one I ever got to open brand new out of a box. Stern Star Wars Pro. I've added a little Millennium Falcon here on it. Added some sleeve protectors because my other ones broke. But it's a really fun game. It's a lot of fun. Gonna get to see all that stuff. Come out of the box, brand new. Something I'll never forget opening my first brand new game. It is a blast. It's a really hard game. Super challenging to get into, to say the least, but it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Next to that is Stern's last DMV pinball machine, the Ghostbusters. Another really great game. I'm gonna fix our little car. The little car's falling and move it back over. But this was for a while. This is our newest game. Before we had Star Wars, Iron Maiden, and Deadpool. This was our newest Stern that we had had. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. Luckily, it's got some code updates over the years. The code was kind of stuck for a bit, but they eventually fixed all that. But it's a lot of fun. I'm going to say that a lot because most of these games are fun. There's a couple that I don't think are fun. I'll point those out, but great game. Next to that was I'm sorry, he's in the playfield view. We had to put a second Slimer in there. But outside of that, it's got side blades on it. It's a great game. Next to that is, believe it or not, a wedding present from my wife. This was for sale about an hour and a half away. Before we got married, she knew that I'd wanted one of these for a while. She actually got a really good deal on this one. This is a Sega. So before Stern bought Sega Pinball out, David East and all that, Sega made pinball machines, and this is actually a Sega South Park. So it's a cool game. Very early South Park. I think it's like the first, maybe like, don't quote me, but I think it's the first 4 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons, something like that. It's a little beat up. It's had a long life of being rounded, but it's a fun game. I had it in a bar for a little bit, took some damage, but we brought it back, and it's been cleaned up and plays pretty great. It's got the Mr. Hanky in the toilet up there. It's got the chef, has the Kenny that moves and falls over. All that fun junk. Next to that is something I'm super lucky to have. As you guys know, or some of you may not know, I'm a huge Nintendo and Mario fan, so having an opportunity to get this, it's actually a pretty nice one. It's powder coated on the sides, the legs are powder coated and all that. This is a Gottlieb Premier Super Mario Brothers pinball. There is a smaller one called Mushroom, I think it's called Mushroom World or Mushroom Kingdom, I can't remember. It's about half the size of this. This one, and Street Fighter 2 were 2 of the Gottliebs I wanted. My wife, it's not here, but she also has a Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger Gottlieb. So Gottlieb doesn't get a lot of love, but I have a soft spot for some of them. In my heart. But this one's pretty fun. It's two layers. It's got a little mini playfield up top where you try to hit the little Yoshi target, kicks down and everything. Pretty cool one.
You're gonna be like, I run you're gonna be rough. Like, oh yeah, I pick up this, or I play this game as a kid, I just go fight this thing. Or it's gonna be Rorschach through my 666 VR. I mean, like playing this game.
Next to that is our Monster Bash remake. So Monster Bash. Yeah, just what's up, man? Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna go through as much as we can. I want you guys to show you kind of everything. So we're gonna look at all the playfields. We'll do back boxes, the whole thing. I want to make sure you guys have what you want. But yeah, this is our Monster Bash remake. So this is originally I think this game came out like 92, 93. Is that right? Nope, I'm dumb. 98. But yeah, this is the Chicago Coin remake. So this game was built in 2018, so about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Really cool game. It's got all it plays exactly like the original does. It has all the colored LEDs on it. It's got the colorful DMD on it, which is really like an LCD. Yeah, this game's great. We actually picked this up from a local guy in Tallahassee. They put it in here.
He ran me over with something. So anything that's negative at all.
Yeah, this is the remake, Chicago Coin remake of Monster Bash. Next to that is one of my favorite, if not my personal favorite pinball machine of all time. It goes between this and Lord of the Rings. This is my feature for the Black Lagoon. This was actually pretty cool. It came from Wakulla County, which is west of us, right? Yeah, west of us. Which is where a lot of that movie was actually filmed. So it's kind of cool that it came from there. And the funny story is it was in a seafood restaurant of all places. So my friend was able to buy it, and I bought it off him. This one has been gone through and shopped. It needs to be shopped again, but it also has a little TV on the bottom of it that plays movie clips. The Mike D pinball display on it. So this one's actually really neat. It actually interacts with you rather than just having like the original game had a hologram that would kind of let them do this. But once they get older, they kind of get blurry. So having the screen here, it actually interacts with movie clips from it. So as you're playing this one, it'll actually like light up. You can see the TV down here in the bottom. It'll actually play. It'll play clips from the movie and everything. So there's an actual like, I think it's like a 19-inch television in the bottom there. Yeah, this is by far one of my favorites.
How often do you have to open up the table and work the top? Feel like a challenge in finding a replacement part to do like Slimer.
Oh, the TV, but
Yeah, so we try to clean the games as often as we can, usually about once or twice a week. Parts are completely still available. Every once in a while, like on some of the older games that we'll get into in a little bit, sometimes they have like a one-off part that's kind of hard to find, but for the most part, Goran, what's up, buddy? For the most part, you can still buy brand new coils and plastics and parts. All that stuff's still readily available from companies like Marco Pinball. You really only have to work on them. I mean, we kind of have an employee that goes through and takes care of the games and everything for us, and he's on top of it. So it's hard to say. Maybe like once a month something will break, if that. You know, it really depends on the game too. The Slimer, Stern Pinball still makes that game new, so you can contact them and get a replacement sent out. So most of the stuff's pretty easy to pick up. Thanks for stopping in, Goran. Appreciate it, man. I figured we'd do a walkthrough. I haven't done one in a while, so we're going to go through all the games. So we just finished with Creatures from the Black Lagoon. We're now on to Judd's Dread. As you can see here, you would think that we have a thing for the Bally and the Williams wide bodies, but we really don't. We just happen to have a bunch of them. So this is Judd's Dread. Recently picked this one up for the arcade rack. They are selling this one. Yeah, we do clean them. We put wax and everything on them too, so they play as fast as possible. The balls, a lot of people don't realize, but pinballs over time they get magnetic, like they get magnetized, and they'll pick up some of the iron stuff. Oh, Goran's got a Monster Mashing Punch too. Yep, 2 great games. But we try to keep them as clean as possible. This is the Dead Dread. Got the cool topper on it. It has the Dead World mod on it. The little thing that spins around and kind of lights up and does all that stuff too. This is a really cool game. The Dead World mod's really neat. It kind of adds a lot of depth to. Yeah, man, you got to change the pinballs out too. They get pits on them. My Star Wars, when it was brand new, luckily I looked at the balls, but there's a chip out of one of the balls, and that can shred the playfield up. Next to that, I know it's kind of hard to see, but our Terminator 2, one of our connectors blew today, actually. So the back box lighting's out because the connector got messed up. It's like a $5 part, but you got to order it. Maybe.
But this is a really, really good condition Terminator 2. Recently put all brain on boards in it. It's got
It's like your legs.
playfield and all that stuff. It's really nice. Yeah, chipping the ball absolutely can destroy everything, man. We got our T2 here, and I promise you it's T2. I know it's dark. Here. There we go. Terminator 2. Next to that is probably another top 3 pin of mine is Funhouse. Same guy that I got the Creature from the Black Lagoon from, I got this from too. So I like when that guy gets games, because when he gets bored of them, I buy all his old classics. But Funhouse is great.
I'm not crouching.
Really fun game. You've never played this one. A lot of people always ask if we have this one.
That's cheating.
Luckily we do, but it's really fun game. You have Rudy back here. He's kind of a jerk. He messes with you and he calls out and kind of makes fun of you and all that stuff. Yeah, we got Rudy. Voiced by Ed Boon, co-creator of Mortal Kombat, which is super weird. So, and next to that we have Whirlwind, another really sought-after game. You got the fan topper on the top, you can realize it makes a bunch of wind slams into you while you're playing. Got these cool little like spinning discs on the playfield as well. They kind of mess with the ball trajectory and everything. But this one's all full, you know, it's got original bolts and everything in it still. It's got a nice display on it. So what we'll do is, I guess we'll, you want to finish up pinball? We'll do all the pinballs first.
I couldn't remember the range.
We'll do all the pinballs first. We're going to come over here. Road show.
If I'm not the guy.
This one just came back in recently. We had to do some board work on it, get it all cleaned up. But this is basically double Rudy heads here. You've got 2 heads here that talk. So you have a guy and a girl. We do have a lot of Pat Lawlers.
like having a social group.
Dude, this one here is really cool. It's actually a fun game. A lot of people don't like it because it's kind of linear, but it's still a lot of fun. The theme's really good. This one plays really nice. The only shot I have a really hard time with is this little mini flipper here. The ball comes down, and the idea of having this little mini flipper is you got to try to hit this blast zone over here. It's actually really hard for me. It's doable. It's just, I'm new to the game, so it's hard. Beyond that, we have another wide body here. We've got Star Trek, Next Generation. A lot of people really like this game a lot. I'm not big into Star Trek, I'm more of a Star Wars guy, but this game's a lot of fun. What's the location in the rush game? Oh yeah. That was one of the things that we really strive for here is, you know, we want to keep our games as clean as possible and playing as good as possible. That's why we opened our arcade up. Was when we first moved here, there's only like 1 or 2 places to play pinball, and it was just so like dingy and kind of gross and everything too. Oh, you got a teleport, dude? Man, dude, we're like, we might be like kindred spirits. We're best friends. Yeah, this is Star Trek. So this is, I have to admit, I'm not super huge into EMs, but I did play this game a while ago and I fell in love with it at one of the shows we went to, and it took me a while to find one. But this is my Spanish Eyes. Warren, stop buying all the games I have, dude. But yeah, Spanish Eyes, I absolutely love this game, man. This one's in a little bit rough shape. Obviously, somebody painted over the original cab. They painted it solid red for some reason. But Spanish Eyes is absolutely amazing. I love this game. A really unique game. It actually plays pretty fast. You have a pop-up right here in the middle of the posts. So the idea is the ball comes down and kind of hits here. If you shake the machine, it can hit the pop bumper and actually pop back up. Also, the flippers, when they go up, there's a gap under here, so you can actually lose your ball under the flipper. Yeah, I know. I need to get the blinking balls. They're gonna do that. I haven't done that yet. Are you going to explain what the Yeah. So this is an EM, and what we mean by that is the EM machine. It doesn't have any computers in it. It's just kind of like the rolling scores. So these here are like rolling scores. Games like Funhouse and Whirlwind, those are alphanumeric. And then the newer Sterns are LCD. And then lastly, Star Trek, those are like the D&D machines. No, we don't have the Beatles. No Beatles. Our newer Sterns, Gordon got here late, are Deadpool, Iron Maiden, Star Wars, and Ghostbusters. Yeah, Beatles is a lot of fun. I got to play that. I got to play it at a show a couple years ago, and it's awesome, man. It's fun playing like a newer, faster Sea Witch. It's a lot of fun. I love that game. I wish I could afford one, man. They're pricey, what they are. JJPs are good too. One of our buddies here in town has a Pirates LE. It's fantastic, man. That thing. Outside of having to lift it up his stairs, I like it a lot. That game is a lot of fun. Yeah, there you go. I do good on here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we played at Jack's Expo. We played it for probably 3-4 hours straight. It's a lot of fun. It's fast. It's super cool season. Oh, nice, dude. That's a good deal for Beatles. Next to that, even though it is out of order right now, it doesn't work. We're having some flickering issues with the display. This is a Comet. You're going to learn pretty quick that we're pretty much System 9 fans. We have all 3 with the Comet, Sorcerer, and I have a space shuttle at my house. But we have all the System 9s. All 3 of them. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We picked this up at Jack's Expo 2 or 3 years ago. Pretty good though. Up next is probably the game that people get one of the, I shouldn't say the most exciting game, but people see this game and they typically have like fond memories of it. This is a Joker poker. It's an alphanumeric version. This is one of the games that they switched from the old EM style scores over to the alphanumeric stuff. But this game, I always tell people, like, a lot of people come in and they start playing on Iron Maiden and Deadpool, and it's so fast and bright that they kind of get lost. This is a really good game to learn like the basics of pinball on Joker poker. This is what I usually tell people: play this game, you kind of understand. It's a very simple rule set, very hard to master, but it's a really great game. Especially if you're new to pinball, highly recommend trying to find a Joker poker. They are pretty pricey, but it's a great game. This one plays really, really nice. Yeah, Joker Poker is fantastic. Next to that is, I still think we should repaint this as a Guar pinball, but it is Future Spa. Huge, huge wide body game. Really cool that it's got this neat feature here, it's got a gate on it. So when you launch the ball, this gate right here, it actually like will change lanes on you. So like you got to pay attention to like where it is, try to nudge to not get into this lane 'cause it will drain on you. There's also a gap right here on this out lane. That when the ball comes here, you can like nudge it to get over that gap. Otherwise, it can drain on you right through that little gap there. Pretty cool. I do believe that Future Spa is the same width as a Paragon. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure because this thing is huge. And I played Paragon before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can see how wide this one is. I'm pretty sure that they're both the same size. Next to that is one of my wife's pinballs. This is a 1979 Stern Dracula. This one was one of my earlier games. I traded a Street Fighter II arcade for this one, and it's needed a little bit of work over time. It's got a new board in it, new displays, but it's a really fun game. It's actually pretty challenging. I just love the look of it. I like the early like art. You know, it's got like the little Reaper on it and the girl. She kind of looks like a character from Daria to me. Looks like one of Daria's friends. No, I didn't. I had a Street Fighter II pinball. That was actually my very first pinball was Street Fighter II. But no, I treated a Street Fighter II like a low boy arcade for this one. Which, in hindsight, that cab was really cool, and I do kind of regret getting rid of it. But for a pinball machine, it was totally worth it. This is one of my wife's favorite games. So, all in all, fun. Nice, man. Next to that is one of the best pinball machines ever made, Firepower. This game is fantastic. I think between Rob, who's on here as Paduke, and me, I think we've had 3 or 4 of these things. We just can't quit them, man. They're really fun. They're really fast. It's a great early solid state game. It talks while you're playing everything. It's a lot of fun. Super fast. Firepower is great. Everyone should have one.
I really like it. I'm always he's like, I don't know, I watch like Eric play I got the third.
Yeah, you're right. Next to that is Earthshaker. This is one of Rob, who's on here as Paduke, one of his favorite games. Cool. I think it was one of the first games, if not the first game, that had a shaker in it. When you're playing it, and like when the earthquake happens, the little in the bottom will kick over and kind of give you a new trail for your ball. It's got some pretty cool art on it. Ours has a little bit of wear on it, but a lot of them do from that era. But really fun game. The little Earthquake Institute that lights up things for you. Pretty cool game. Yep, we have the Lawler Trilogy. Funhouse, Whirlwind, and Earthshaker. Pretty cool game. Next to that is Bad Cats. I will not tell the story of me picking this up for Rob. It involves blood on a stranger. He showed up and he had a knife in her hand. That's for another day, though. This is a pretty cool game. I think we've had 2 of these. I think this is, no. Rob had sold it and he wound up getting it back in the tower. But this is actually a really cool game. The Tiger Rim shot, all challenging. Like you can really come back on ball 3 and easily, shouldn't say easily, but you can score 20 million points pretty quickly. Pretty cool game. I like it a lot. It's a lot of people have never seen this one when they play it. It just makes them happy because it meows at you and it does all that. Dialed in. Maybe one day we'll get it dialed in. Next to that is another one of my favorites is Taxi. I was after this for a while. I really like this game a lot. I want to get a Diner to go next to it. Taxi and Diner are two of my favorite games, and I really like when they're next to each other. They play so fast. This one, when I got it, literally it was so dirty. I made a YouTube video on it, or actually a couple YouTube videos. There was like we were pulling handfuls of dirt out of this one, but we put a new display in it. I had to get a new MPU because the batteries completely shredded the acid. The acid damage has shredded the MPU. We pulled all that stuff out.
I tried to grab.
The Taxi's a great game. I love it. It's super fast. I just bought a playfield protector for it. So once we install the playfield protector on here, that thing is going to rip. It's going to be super fast. Next to that is one of the other System 9s is Sorcerer.
There it is.
Again, it's Sorcerer, Comet, and Space Shuttle. Space Shuttle's out in the house. We do have all of these. Great game though. The art on this is phenomenal. It's probably one of my favorite pinball bag glasses of all time. Definitely pulled some dirt daubers out of Taxi. Absolutely. Swords of Fury is another great pinball.
That is my bad. I'm going way too
So that wraps up all of our pinball machines. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start. We're playing really good mid-range for a little bit. We have some fighting game community guys up to do some fight night stuff here. So I guess we'll jump into arcades, I guess. So first up here is our little Miss Pac-Man table. This is one I got recently. We rescued it from a barcade that wound up closing. It really didn't need much. I think I recapped it. It needed some,
I did it again, dude.
It's got normal scratches and that kind of stuff in it. It's a pretty cool table. People keep breaking my freaking light shields though. They go crazy with the joysticks and they break these damn things. I just replaced it and it wound up breaking, so I've got to replace it again. It happens, man. When the public plays your games, they break them. Up next is one of the heaviest games we've ever moved. This is our virtual one. So we bought these probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. We just got this one running not too long ago. They are fully linked. We have the Steve guard for the middle. We've got to install it. They're fully linked. Great little games. I shouldn't say little.
Wow.
Great games. A lot of fun when you're ripping on each other. Luckily, our joysticks are really good. They're in really good shape. All the rubber and everything's still intact. They're not really ratty. We do have to pull the glass off eventually and clean the inside of it, but they work really well. You got player 2 and player 1. Everything's nice and solid. Probably one of the heaviest coin doors I've ever moved in my life. Ridiculously heavy.
That's not what I want to know.
Next to that, my Mario Kart.
I was buffering Ultra.
I got
in
this.
expectation of you doing.
God, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
I'm gonna do it.
I've had a lot of board issues. I actually had to send the Triforce board off to repair Sega to California somewhere. He was able to fully recap the Triforce, and ever since we've got it back, knocked out the plastic. It's been pretty solid. But I have the camera off, but it's fully forced feedback.
You can see me at home.
Normally they're all linked together, but this is it's got a single unit here. Yeah, the Mario Kart races are awesome. This is the very first one. They make GP2, which is the same cabin. Now the new ones are like on big LCD monitors. They're a lot of fun as well. Way better.
This is like a super polarizing game.
Next to that is the Megalodon. If you guys watch my YouTube channel, you've probably seen that one before.
There's just where like when it came out, people like
This is an old Star Wars trilogy cab.
really popular.
That I took. The monitor and everything was missing on it. You basically converted it to be a PS4 cab.
I think Ultra was the really cool one because they made a
playing
one.
a Street Fighter 4 on it.
They
always had some of that stuff.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it's just a lot of hipsters, basically, who didn't want to play the most popular game.
Yeah, we found that guy in a bar and play the George. Next to that, this is actually one of my buddies' cabs, Dynamo.
I like to skip that character.
But yeah, it's just a CPS-1 regular Dynamo. When I bought this, it had Dragon Saber in it. We bought the art still on this, but we have a full art package he's going to put on it and make it legit. Pretty good.
Looks so cool.
Next to that is one of my favorite fighting games of all time, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 2. This is in a Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet, but we cleaned it all
Well, it's like every time I see that game,
It's got a nice monitor on it.
I'm like,
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
and then you play the game again.
A lot of people don't like it. They think 2 is the best, but I think this is the best game.
I feel okay.
What, Mortal Kombat 3?
What's up?
You're talking about 3? Yeah. That game is tight.
Yeah, Ultimate 3 is my personal favorite.
Classic good bit.
Well, a lot of people like Mortal Kombat 2 more, which is fun.
Well, that's just because that was a Super Nintendo game and a Genesis game, right?
So is this, but Mortal Kombat 2, like I get it, I completely get it.
This was the only one that got this was the first one that had a huge tournament.
It still does.
That's because this game's broke and selling.
Well,
in
yeah.
a fun way.
Well, do you remember there was a tournament community patch that came out, that Nerf run jab and everything?
Hey, there's also Trilogy. People still play Trilogy tournaments.
Yeah, Trilogy's pretty cool.
Only the 64 version.
About the trilogy PCB that was found. They made
A PCB for religion? I didn't know that.
Wait, really? They left
They
all
only
the
made like a
consoles?
handful of them, and they thought they were all destroyed. And somebody found a Mortal Kombat trilogy PCB.
That's
If you
pretty
Google it,
sick.
you know, there's a really cool story about it. Like, somebody bought a cabinet.
It's like a lost game kind of thing.
Yeah, talk about all the consoles. This game specifically was actually huge in Venezuela and Brazil.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I actually know a guy who used
Central
to,
America plays like all of those old nostalgic
Dude, they
games.
love this game
They
in
play
South
this
America.
and Champion Edition.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
yeah,
Absolutely.
dude. Champions Edition still has the Copa America for Champion Edition.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
How many viewers you got?
I don't know.
I don't think you can check.
I don't have anything. I just have chat up. I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
So yes, we've got Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. As Padukan said, we pulled this out of a bar. I think it was in Pensacola. This was probably the stinkiest arcade cab I've ever dealt with. It literally smelled like beer or cigarettes. I threw a whole box of dryer sheets so many times for like a month. People had to let it do their thing. But when we were lifting it up, there was like a step, and Rob went to move it, and it pulled the skin off the front of his cab. It just shredded his shin up. So. It wanted blood. And our rule is you don't really own the game until you bleed on it. So technically, I guess Rob owns this one. I don't think I bled on this one yet.
Canceling and stuff like that.
Next to that is my stand-up Naomi Universal. Right now, it's got a CVS2 in it. This is the compact flash loader, so you can swap out whatever game you want into it. But right now, it's just running the other CVS2. I was lucky enough to find out the topper. This freaking part is super hard to find. We were able to get that. And the other guy on Padukan chair, point out that bell, he does a lot of the art stuff for us. He was able to do that. So when I got this is actually a Jumbo Safari. And it had like steering wheel on it, pedals. And I didn't want that. So I actually had to buy this whole surround piece, which is why it's a different color. It wasn't his favorite. I bought this from Ireland. We had to have this shipped over to make it like a stand-up normal regular Naomi Universal. But it's cool, yeah, really nice. Play this in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That one's pretty usually what we have running here.
Most of the fundamentals.
Next to that is our Sega Blast City, running the colorblind version of Puzzle Fighter. So Rob and I both have issues with colors, so we actually have the colorblind version on here. So it gets rid of yellow and it replaces it with white. So now we can clearly see the difference between like these two. Before it kind of like run together. So we having the colorblind mode makes it way easier for us to see. But this is a Sega Bass Fishing converted Blast City. We used to find these all the time. They've kind of dried up recently because everybody's buying them. But a really solid cab. This isn't a 31K. This is a 15K monitor in it. But solid cab, man. So Blast Cities they used to be the easiest candy cab to get into, but now again everyone's kind of buying them up. Next to that, hey man, thanks for hanging out. Going appreciate it, man. Next to that is my Astro City, running Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This is legit CPS2 board in there. It does have the Finicky thing on it. Originally I had Phoenix ROMs in it, but with the Finicky I was able to go in and reflash and have the original ROMs on it. This is one I picked up in Pensacola maybe about 4 years ago for a really good deal. I do still need to cap the monitor. It's a solid tab ever since I got it. I replace the buttons and sticks maybe like once a year because these do beat up on it. But yeah, this is a solid cab. Really good cab. Probably my favorite looking, as far as like just aesthetics go, probably my favorite looking candy cab of all time. No, this one, that was the water park was the Capcom Impress. This one I got from a kid in Pensacola. We got a Lethal Weapon 3 Pinball and a Capcom Impress, the water park. This one was just from a random kid that had messaged me randomly that he wanted to sell it, and I was like, I will absolutely buy your Astro City off, Eric. But yeah, this is our candy row here, our fighting games, if you will. We've got the Megalo, the Uni, the Black City, and the Astro City. That's our candy row there. Then we get into our classics. We have Galaga. Everybody always asks, do you guys have Galaga? Yes, we do. We have Galaga, all original, except for the power supply. We had to rewire that. But yeah, this is a solid Galaga. Most of the Galagas that we find are completely halfway rotted out or just full of water, just bleeding. This one's actually really solid. It's a really nice Galaga. Pretty good shape. Monitor's been redone on it. Nice control panel. Everything's original on it. Got the original coin door and everything still on there. It's a really good little Galaga machine. Next to Galaga is probably my favorite arcade game of all time. Is that Donkey Kong? Original on it.
$1 taco.
This was a
The Taco Bell.
Play Choice 10 when I bought it, but it didn't have a board in it, so I converted it back over to Donkey Kong.
Oh god.
But it's got a high score kit on it. Again, everything's all original on it. I redid the monitor maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. It's been pretty solid ever since. But great little arcade game. I absolutely love it. Eventually, I do want to restore this one. I had new side art and key molding and everything. This year doesn't have key molding. Got a couple little chips and stuff in it we got to fix, but other than that, it plays great. Next to that is Donkey Kong Jr. Probably my least favorite Donkey Kong game, but it's a really solid CAD. People do like it. The monitor's in great shape on this one. I do have a high score kit. I just haven't put it in yet, but I need to put that in there. But there's that, and then there's our dual monitor Play Choice 10. So we have the 10 games that we've got. Got Mario Brothers, the Goonies, Captain Skyhawk, 1942, Russian Attack, Mega Man 3, a very pricey game, Castlevania, Gradius, Mario 3, and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Yeah, DK3. I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna pull DK3 out. I'm gonna test it, make sure it still works. I'm gonna swap that out for this because no one plays Donkey Kong Jr. But yeah, this is a cool game. Pick a game that kind of pops up here.
Is it a game for Zoomers? Actually, no, not anymore.
It's getting run down. They're playing some Super Turbo.
Zoomers were like big thing games. What? Now they are. I heard when people were like, "Oh, night or like, just had their majority term." Yeah.
Some heated matches.
Yeah, was Eddie born when that game came out?
So after the Play Choice is our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is currently running a Turtles in Time board. We do have both, but this one came with Turtles in Time. You can see that there. Shut off Mega Man music, it's kind of loud. Next to that is my Cuphead cat. So this was the old crappy Defender that I've had. I converted it to have Cuphead in it. It's running a laptop right now.
You destroyed that Defender cat.
Yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. Anyways, I didn't destroy it. It was a cat living in it. This is my Cuphead. It was a Defender cat that I completely kind of just cleaned up as best as I could and painted black and did custom art and everything on it. But the joystick and buttons are actually mounted or mapped like keyboards. We use that so the exact same way that it would play normally.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got it.
Works out and plays. Cuphead, pretty neat, pretty fun. Next to that is the big old honking Neo Geo, the big red, the 4 slot. Right now I've got Windjammers, Metal Slug X, the Neo Turf Masters, which is my favorite Neo Geo game of all time, and Puzzle Bobble, kind of running in here. We do swap games out every once in a while. I just picked up Strikers 1925 Plus. I'm going to put that in here. I'll probably pull out, Neo Turf Masters or something like that. Next to that is my 1979 Space Invaders 2 Japanese cocktail. It's kind of hard to see. But one of my favorite games of all time is Space Invaders. So being lucky enough to have this original Space Invaders 2 color monitor version, super cool. I absolutely love this. But yeah, it's all original too. It's really neat. So in here, it's kind of hard to see, but let me see if I can light this up for you guys. All original. Still have the original art and everything tucked away in the corner. Party room bonus game? Oh yeah, we'll go in there. We'll go in the party room at the end. We'll go in there. So that's pretty much the arcade right now. So it's not the biggest arcade, but pretty much everything in here we buy broken except for the newer stuff. We try to repair and keep them going, that kind of stuff. And bring it out here for these guys to play, and the rest of Tallahassee Public. But we'll go into the party room. I'll show you the bonus game. We run a little birthday party room back here. You can kind of see what's going on. We got this guy. The block a shot. One of the craziest games ever, but basically a ball kicks out here, and then each person has like a pool ball, a cue ball on a stick. So you do that, let's see if it'll...
Excuse me. Do I have restrooms in here?
No, we don't have one in here, I'm sorry. There is one if you check. It's outside here.
I should have used Yeah. Just do forward medium punch and then fuck it. I should have done that. What are you gonna
College. Banana can.
Oh, you're gonna DP?
No, like this. I was sitting up and right.
We are back. Let's go see if we can't get this blocking shot going. We got the quarter in there before the start button is on this guy. Oh, it's already out. I'm done. You see here, it's got the ball that kicks out. So like pass it to yourself here. And the idea is like you pass, shoot, and block. So you're trying to like jam it. I'm like terrible. Oh, I scored it myself on accident. Oops, let's see. So there goes. It kicks it out. You can pass it. Well, I scored it myself because it's done. But it's got like a little electromechanical like scroll wheels on it. It's easier to score it myself. There you go. You can like you got to block it. Yeah, pretty cool game. You don't see a lot of them. Yeah, pretty rad game. It's really neat. Fun game. So Lawrence is actually on camera duty right now. He's following me around. I do appreciate it. Otherwise I'd be doing this a lot. But yeah, that's our arcade, guys.
Nice fancy.
You can too. It's, you know, we got try to get as many games as people like. Metal Slug has the loudest friggin' attraction mode of any game ever. But the big hits here, especially on fighting game that are obviously going to be Street Fighter related. We got Super Turbo, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's fun. It's fun when they work, but when they break, you got to do a lot of work to keep them going. You don't need to do camera duty anymore if you don't want to.
I was buffering Fireball to try and get you to jump.
But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see, chat's refresh. I can walk you back down. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to see what we've got. Our newer games here. PlayStation 4 cam. You're going to see everything else. We've got classics back there. Our fighting games and our handicaps. I know a lot of the guys that are my stream are doing handicap stuff. Got all that fun stuff.
The stream turns you into a home spot.
New stuff.
We're playing Ken.
We got our little baby cat over here. A little Tempest and Street Fighter 2. How often do we switch out games? It depends. So a lot of the games in here are actually our personal games. So not too often, but like right now we're going to be selling Ghostbusters and Judd Strider's going to be leaving soon as well. So usually when a game leaves, we'll take that money and bring another game in. This is maybe half of our games. We have like a storage unit full of stuff we kind of bring in here. So we've got Area 51s. We got all kinds of stuff we need to repair and get in here. But we just got Roadshow back in, so we're probably going to be selling games and hopefully getting some more. Hopefully we can keep going with everything going on. With COVID, you got to kind of limit the amount of people that you can have in here. So we're just trying to keep everybody safe right now, keep it going while everything's kind of going on. Hopefully the world gets back to normal soon. We'll be able to get more stuff in here. Yeah, I'd say we just got Roadshow in this week. So we probably get a new game in every month or two, try to swap stuff out. We swap PCBs all the time, so like the candy cabs we can swap out boards. The Neo Geo we can swap out parts, that kind of stuff. So we try to keep it as fun as we can for everybody to kind of swap stuff around. But pretty much, oh here, check this out. There's the D&B clock I built. Got the little animations from the D&B on there. So I think it's got like 1,500 or something like that. I forget. Animations, stuff like that on there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's our arcade here in downtown Tallahassee, Flippin' Great Pinball. So, any questions you guys have, feel free to ask. Happy to answer them for you. Buy some candy from us. Drop it. Yeah, man, it's we have quite a few. There we go. Sorry about that. The camera went off for a second. I don't know how well that'll work. Hopefully it's okay. Let's see. I don't know how far back I gotta go. Oh no, it's too low.
You love listening to your favorite artists.
Trying to get it to stand up for us. Here.
So
do this. That's weird too, so it leans back too far, it'll stay up.
And you could really want this gloriously uninterrupted music. with Spotify Premium.
There we go.
That means you can enjoy all your
All right.
favorite artists.
Is your closer? Yeah, we you know, it'd be nice to have some of you guys a little bit closer to us, but you know, unfortunately, everything going on, it's crazy. But yeah, we're in if you look at a map in Tallahassee, we're in like downtown, like right near like where FSU plays football. You can literally, if you stand outside, you can see the stadium. It's like, what would you say, a mile away, if that, not even. It's like literally you can see the corner of it, it's like right there. So we're pretty close to where FSU plays their football. So overall, it's pretty cool.
That'd be one part of the frame. You're in the frame if you stay there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Digits, appreciate you. Probably going to wrap this up here in a little bit. I just wanted to have like a kind of a walkthrough of kind of how everything's going right now with everything going on. People often ask about the arcade when I say that we own an arcade. So the cabs at my house, those are just personal games. And then all the stuff up here is business and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to post again real quick online just to see if anyone else wants to come in. Okay, well, I don't think we have anything else to show right now, right? That's pretty much it. I don't know what else we got. Anything else you guys want to see? Pretty much gonna do it, I guess. But we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and then maybe in another week or so we'll do another stream up here or something like that. If there's any games you guys specifically want to see, we'll do a like a more in-depth kind of view or like video or something like that. But just one more thing real quick.
Finally, I'll take my number. I'll sit on
We're back. Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up then, man. I'll check one thing out real quick. Post it on Discord, see if anybody wanted to see anything before we head out. Shut this door real quick. The iPad does pretty okay. I don't really stream from it too often, but I mean, it seems to be doing okay. It's only 720p, but I mean, for having like a little remote setup that you can carry around with it, not bad, right? Oh man, having a beard and wearing a mask at the
same time is rough, dude. Every time you breathe, it's like a little freaking weather storm in your face. It's just like so humid and rough and scratchy. It's rough. So we're open for another 25 minutes-ish. But I'm going to stay a little late to the fighting game dudes. Play more Super Turbo tonight. Looking to get some time in. Everything else that we can show. And I think we showed all the games. I think we showed through everything that we have here. But I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Let me go ahead and grab this iPad real quick. Thank you for your help, Lawrence. Appreciate it. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So again, here's our arcade. Pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Probably do some more streams from up here over the. I usually work every Sunday night. We'll go ahead and do more of these streams if you guys want to see more of this stuff. In addition to me playing League of Legends terribly and all that fun stuff. We've been streaming for about an hour. It's a quick little hour video. Probably see you dudes later on. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the new follows and the new subscriptions and questions. Lawrence, thank you for being the cameraman. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe.